I'm Courtney Julia. One of the diet tips I often talk about is to eat more veggies. And I know that a lot of you probably think that sounds easier than it actually is, or easy for me to say, but you don't like veggies. And so what I usually offer to those that say they don't like veggies is I first ask, how are you cooking them? Most people think that we need to eat our meat, our potatoes, and then our veggies. And I wonder, why do that? I like to mix my veggies into my meals so that I enjoy eating them, so that it's not like I'm just eating a vegetable. Now, it only takes a couple of tries and all of a sudden this becomes very easy. So today I just kind of wanted to briefly go over a quick list of meals that I like to eat that are heavily rich in veggies that kind of disguise them. I have all these recipes on my blog, masteringhealthandfitness.com. There's a recipe tab and they're all sorted by slow cooked meals, 30-minute meals, beef, chicken, fish. There's different categories on there so you can find different recipes. But today I'm kind of focusing on veggies. So I wanted to kind of highlight some of the best meals that I like to make where I kind of hide the veggies, kind of trick myself into eating them. And so the best meals for me to do this are, first of all, with stir fries. Stir fries are easy because you basically can use whatever's in your kitchen, so there's kind of no excuse not to make a stir fry. You can use whatever veggies you like. My default are onions, peppers, zucchini, carrots, maybe broccoli. Mix them all up. The thing that you do have to remember with making a stir fry though is think about how thick the veggie is, and that's how long it'll take to cook. So for example, when I mix onions, carrots, broccoli, and zucchini, and I usually will do the carrots first because they're the hardest to cook. Then I will chop up my onion because that cooks the second slowest. Then I will add my broccoli, and finally I will add my zucchini. And then the other nice thing about doing your stir fry is then you can also mix in whatever meat or protein you'd like. So I tend to like to use chicken or chicken sausages or even steak. Steak stir fries are very good. You could do a lean pork loin. You could even perhaps do some different fishes. I don't tend to like to cook my fish in a stir fry because it gets a little bit too mushy, but I've seen some people do that. And a trick I like to offer up too is normally we try to throw in all the veggies first. If you are cooking steak or chicken or pork, vegetables like broccoli and zucchini tend to cook a little bit faster than the chicken itself. So I'd put the chicken in and then add the broccoli or the zucchini last. So that's my stir fries. The second way to squeeze in lots of veggies is to make a soup. It cooks all down. Lots of times you don't even taste the vegetables. They taste just like the rest of the soup or the broth that you cook it in. I know that Trader Joe's makes it really easy. They have a mixed veggies that they chop all up with onions and carrots and celery. You can just toss right in. You don't even have to do any work. Then you're squeezing a lot of high fiber veggies on in. You can also chop up peppers, jalapenos, potatoes, whatever you really want to put in your soup. And once again, add some lean protein. You throw all that in the crock pot in the morning before you leave for work, and all of a sudden you have a meal that can last you at least 1 to 3 nights for dinner, or for dinner and then for lunches for the rest of the week. So it's another great meal I like to do. Another great way to sneak in veggies is to make a curry. Even kids like curries, and most adults like curry. If you are going to make a curry, I highly recommend using the light coconut milk. I know Trader Joe's carries it, as well as almost all grocery stores. They'll carry a light variety of coconut milk, and you can't even taste the difference, and it decreases the calories by 1/3. And yeah, so once again, just like your stir fry, add in your broccoli, add in your onions, your peppers. But remember, those are basically all free calorie foods. They add bulk so that you feel full for those volume eaters out there like me, but they also don't add any calories, so you get to eat a big old meal, you stick to your diet, you feel full, you get some fiber moving stuff out of your system so that you cleanse everything out, your body becomes more efficient. It's kind of a win all over. My final recipe that I recently have been digging a ton, that's basically all veggies, is spaghetti sauce. Now, I make my spaghetti sauce with a food processor. So you can basically food process onions, carrots, zucchini, broccoli, all kinds of vegetables. So they get all mushed up, and then it's not a paste. You don't want to go to a paste form, but you want to go just below that and toss that in there with a couple cans of tomatoes, a can of tomato paste, And then some kind of lean beef, lean pork, whatever kind of meat you like to put in your spaghetti sauce. But then you create a very dense, thick sauce. I have a recipe for that as well on my website. And then you can basically put that on top of anything. You can put that on top of another meat, like you can make a chicken and put the pasta sauce on top. If you're sick of eating just chicken, then basically you just have a chicken and veggies meal. Or because there's already meat in the pasta sauce, you can simply put the sauce over broccoli and basically satisfy your craving for pasta and have like broccoli pasta instead. And then you're sticking to your low carb diet, but you also kind of get some of your favorite savory foods. Anyways, just a couple suggestions. Try to squeeze in some veggies. All those links are below if you'd like to check them out. There's also a couple more fun veggie dishes on my site. Check them out if you're struggling for ways to squeeze veggies in. But remember, veggies are your friends. Low calorie foods, they're very dense, they fill you up, they've got lots of fiber, they help you stick to your diet. Take advantage of your veggies.